In 1974, the Smurl family moved into a seemingly ordinary duplex in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl, with their 4 daughters, were looking forward to a fresh start. They shared the other half of the duplex with Jack's parents. Life was quiet, normal, the kind of peace any family would cherish. They settled into their new home, unaware of the terror that would soon consume their lives. The house held a dark secret, waiting to reveal itself. It began subtly, almost dismissively. Strange noises echoed through the walls. Scraping, dragging sounds from the unoccupied side of the house. Pipes rattled violently, even when no water was running. Objects would move on their own. A radio would suddenly blare to life, then fall silent. A heavy armchair would slide across the floor. These were dismissed at first, perhaps the quirks of an old house. The activity grew bolder, more menacing. Cold spots appeared, chilling rooms to an unnatural degree. Doors would slam shut with violent force. The sounds intensified, becoming distinct footsteps, even voices. The family reported hearing growls and guttural noises. The air would grow heavy, thick with an unseen presence. Fear began to replace their initial confusion and dismissal. The haunting escalated beyond mere noises and movements. The entities began to interact physically with the family. Jack Smurl reported being dragged from his bed. Janet felt unseen hands push her down the stairs. Their daughters were terrified, reporting shadowy figures in their rooms. One daughter claimed she was physically assaulted by an unseen force. The house was no longer just noisy. It was actively hostile. The Smurls became convinced they were dealing with multiple entities. Some seemed less harmful, perhaps residual energy, but one they believed was purely evil, targeting them with malicious intent. This malevolent entity was blamed for the most terrifying incidents. It seemed to feed on their fear, growing stronger with each act of torment. The family felt trapped, under siege in their own home. Desperate, the Smurls turned to their faith. They contacted priests, hoping for a blessing or an exorcism. Several priests visited the home, performing rites, but the activity persisted, sometimes even increasing after their visits. One priest reportedly heard voices and felt a chilling presence himself. The church's efforts seemed insufficient against the darkness that had taken root in the house. Hearing of their plight, renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren became involved. They conducted their own investigation, spending time in the house, using their methods to document the phenomena. The Warrens reportedly confirmed the family's claims, stating the house was indeed infested by demonic entities. Their presence brought a new level of attention to the case. Based on the Warrens' findings and the family's suffering, the church authorized exorcism rites. Multiple exorcisms were performed in the Smurl home. The family hoped this would finally bring peace. However, the entities seemed resistant. The activity would sometimes subside briefly, only to return with renewed vigor. The battle for their home and sanity was far from over. Even after the exorcisms, the Smurls reported ongoing harassment. The physical attacks continued. The terrifying sounds and sights persisted. The entities seemed determined to drive them out or break them. The family lived in a constant state of fear and exhaustion. Sleep offered little respite, often interrupted by terrifying experiences. Their home had become a living nightmare. As the case gained the attention of the Warrens, it also attracted the media. The Smurl haunting became a national sensation, featured in newspapers and on television. This brought unwanted scrutiny. While many were fascinated or sympathetic, others were deeply skeptical. The family faced accusations of fabrication, seeking attention, or psychological issues. The public debate added another layer of stress to their ordeal. The Smurls eventually moved out of the West Pittston duplex in 1987. They reported that the activity significantly decreased once they left the house, though some residual phenomena allegedly followed them briefly. The case remains one of the most documented and controversial hauntings in modern history. It sparked books, a movie, and countless debates among believers and skeptics alike. The Smurl haunting stands as a chilling account of a family terrorized by unseen forces. Was it a genuine demonic infestation, a psychological phenomenon, or something else entirely? The family's testimony remains steadfast, detailing years of relentless fear and suffering. The house in West Pittston holds its secrets, leaving the Smurl haunting a dark, compelling chapter in the annals of the paranormal.